What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and guys, it may look like we're live right now, but we are not live. We are here for a tier ranking of all the best 4K releases of 2022. So what I'm going to do, guys, I have my tier ranking over here, and we're going to do not all the 4K releases of 2022, but only the ones that I have seen, that I've actually watched. Well, that's not entirely true either, but we'll get into it when we get into the actual ranking itself. I don't want to keep you all too long. We got 35 4K releases to go through, but I just thought that this would be kind of fun and interesting, just kind of reflect on the best 4K releases of the year so far. We are almost at the halfway point. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. Let's enhance this screen right here, and I'll show you all the different tier rankings that we got. But before we get into it, guys, look, if you aren't subscribed to the Mid-Level Media channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. I do tons of physical media content on this channel, new 4K and Blu-ray reviews. I do unboxing videos, collection hauls, just tons of stuff on this channel having to do with physical media. If you like that kind of stuff, if you like all these movies behind me right here, hit the subscribe button. Also, be sure to like this video and comment down below. I want to know some of your favorites 4K releases of the year. We're going to put all these in these categories, and then we're going to rank them. And again, I'm going to treat this like a live. If I mess up, nothing's going to be edited. You got to deal with me raw and unfiltered. Ken today. So let me show you all these categories I got. There are 5 categories. So the first one at the top is must own now. Now, this is for titles that I believe that you shouldn't wait on. You can't wait on these titles. You got to go pick them up right away. Don't wait. Don't waste a minute. I don't care if you're broke as a joke. I don't care. Go with, if you have no money, find a credit card, find somebody, go get blood, do something to get these 4K releases. That's how important they are to add to your collection. And right here below that, we got grab it when you can. It's like, look, this title needs to be in your collection, but you know, you can wait. You can wait a couple weeks. You can wait until the next payday. You don't got to pick it up right away. And then you got wait for the sale, which is obviously, you know, wait till it drops in price a little bit, then it's worth picking up. And then right below that is pretty packaging. This is basically for items that aren't the best as far as like actual transfers and releases or movies. But the packaging is really nice. And then down at the bottom, we have never buy under any circumstances. Not even if you see it at the Dollar Tree, don't buy it. It is a piece of crap. And to be honest, I don't know how many of those we're actually going to have in this category, because a lot of the 4Ks I've watched this year have been pretty damn good. And I honestly can't even think of off the top of my head if I have even one bad one to put in that never buy category. But we'll see as we go through. I'm doing this completely off the cuff. I didn't prepare at all. I don't even really have these in order of release or anything like that. But I'll try to do my best and pick out which one, you know, came out in which month. So all right, guys, are you ready? Are you ready? I'm acting like I've got a live chat, and I do not. So let's get into the first one. I'm going to start. I'm going to try to start towards the beginning of the year. And the one thing that I was saying earlier, I've watched all these. I haven't watched all these because I am including the Lionsgate Steelbooks, and that'll fall under, you know, pretty packaging right there. But I'm not going to base it on the transfers or the movies themselves, because some of them I just haven't seen. I'm going to base it on the more or less the artwork of the Lionsgate release with those. So hope that makes sense to you. I feel like I explained it horribly, but again, it's like we're live. I'm not editing nothing out. So I'm trying to see what came out towards the beginning of the year. And I guess we got to go with good old Halloween Kills right here. So the transfer on this is good. The transfer on this is good. So I can't say anything bad about it. It's got a good amount of special features. It's just I really don't like this movie that much. And I will say, as far as the transfer, it looked a hell of a lot better in actual 4K than it did on Peacock when I watched it last year. But for this one, guys, I'll say wait for the sale. I'm not going to say never buy. If you're a Halloween fan, if you're a fan of this movie, I'm not going to troll the Halloween Kills fans out there. Wait for the sale, though. It's not a great movie, in my opinion, but the transfer is really solid. Good amount of special features. I love the cover. I love that poster. That's one of the best Michael Myers masks, in my opinion. I love the burnt Michael Myers mask. I think it's super, super awesome and cool. It is an extended cut, so you get a little bit of extra stuff at the end with Jamie Lee Curtis leading into Halloween Ends. So if you're a Halloween fan, wait for the sale, which you're in luck because right now it's $13.99, I believe, on Amazon. So you can pick up Halloween Kills. But I'll put that in the wait for the sale category. I don't like the movie, but the release is okay. And then we'll go into Juice. I thought the Juice was a really nice release, but again, I'm gonna put this one in wait for the sale. I don't know how much it is right now. It might be like 17 or 18 bucks. Maybe wait till it gets a little bit lower, till about 15 bucks. It's a good movie. It's not like on the level of like Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood to me, as far as like the hood movies, but I enjoyed the movie. I thought Tupac gave a really good performance. The transfer's pretty good as well, but again, it's not mind blowing. It's not gonna blow you away or nothing. So I think you can wait for the sale on Juice. And we'll talk about Requiem for a Dream. Of the Lionsgate Steelbooks, I do really like this one, but it's not one that I can say, go out of your way right away and pick this one up. You can grab it when you can, but it's cool. These Lionsgate Steelbooks are all pretty cool to pick up. I'm going to go ahead and put all of these, honestly, and grab them while you can, just to kind of burn through the Lionsgate Steelbooks. Except for Moonfall. I did watch Moonfall, so we'll get to that when I get to it. La La Land. La La Land's awesome. I don't know if I can get it to must own now. It's a good one though. I'm gonna. I don't know. La La Land's a great steelbook. It's a great movie. It's an almost Best Picture winner. I have not watched the 4K transfer though, so I don't know if I could put it in must own now. But grab while you can seems pretty good. The Punisher steelbook, again, I'll put that in the same category as well. Hell or High Water, that's a great movie, and I have watched the transfer, but I didn't watch this particular release. But I have seen the 4K transfer. It's a really solid 4K transfer. This steelbook's awesome. I love the design work on it. I don't know. But I feel pretty much the same way about this as I do about La La Land. So I'll still put it and grab it while you can. You know what? I got to move one of these to must own now, and I'll move La La Land. The artwork on this is insane. It's insane. Like, I love the La La Land artwork on that. I think it's super awesome. Hurt Locker, it's good. It's good. Honestly, with these, I don't know like how much they're going to go down in sale price, but with this one, I think I'm going to put wait for the sale. I'm going to put wait for the sale on that one. I think it'll still be in stores and probably will get knocked off price at some point. It's good, but the discs in this are very weird. I get it. It's an aesthetic choice and has to do with the movie, but I would have liked, you not being so cute with the discs and trying to do this weird artistic thing and just actually give us like artwork on the disc. I think I would have preferred that, because you open it up and it's like, what the hell is this? You feel like you got gypped or something. I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, I got to knock it down a little bit. It would have been cooler to have actual artwork on the discs themselves. I don't think that ages very well, past the novelty of first opening it up. So, all right, is that all the steel books? We'll talk about Moonfall when we get to it. I'm trying to pick out, see if we've gone through all of the January ones as of right now. And I'm also watching my time because I don't want this to run like 30 or 40 minutes. I know I have a tendency to be pretty long-winded with these videos, but I'm trying to say, okay, Last Night in Soho. I'm not a huge fan of this movie. The 4K transfer is good. I guess I got to treat it the same way as Halloween Kills, and I'll put it up and wait for the sale. Which I think it either recently had a sale or it still has a sale. I don't know if it still has a sale, but I know it was $13.99 recently. Again, packaging is pretty, so I almost put it there. But some people like this movie, and again, I think it's a good transfer. It's visually pretty stunning. Robert Eggers did a great job directing the movie. I'm just not a huge fan of the movie, so wait for the sale on that one. Lamb. Talk about Lamb from A24. I'll say Lamb, grab it while you can. Grab it when you can. This is a good release, and this is the only way you can own Lamb physically as of right now. They didn't come out with a Lionsgate release for this A24 film. Lamb, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the movie. This kind of is a sore spot for me because the ordering, and I'll give you all a heads up, when you get on A24.com and you order this Lamb, make sure that you switch it from 4K to Blu-ray, because it's very weird how they have it laid out on there. It says 4K standard, and it's like not very clear that you can toggle between the two of those. So standard is Blu-ray, and 4K is another one. But what it says is standard 4K, and I hit standard thinking I was hitting standard 4K, like I was just getting the 4K. That was the only option, and they're both the same price, so it doesn't raise any red flags there. And I ended up getting the Blu-ray of this instead of the 4K like I wanted. But the Blu-ray transfer is still pretty good. But again, it's the same price. So if you're going to get one, obviously get the 4K. But Yeah, I messed up on that one for sure. Let's talk about Dead Heat. Dead Heat came out in January, and Dead Heat's pretty good. I thought the transfer was pretty good. It was honestly my first experience of Vinegar Syndrome. It was a positive one, but at this point, I don't know if you're going to get this awesome slipcover with this. So I'll put it in wait for the sale. Wait for one of the Vinegar Syndrome sales and snatch this one up. Again, it's a good movie, but I wouldn't go out of my way spending like $100 to get the slipcover with it to buy that movie. It's a good transfer. It's got some good special features in there as well. And then moving on, I'm trying to make sure we don't have any more Januaries to get through, but let's get into a February release. And again, we're only doing 4Ks. I might do a separate one talking about some of the Blu-ray releases that came out. Some Like It Hot. I don't know if I can get it to must own now, but it's definitely a great film. I loved watching it. I'll say grab it when you can. It's a really good film. It's a really solid transfer. It's got some good special features. A lot of the same special features that the Criterion release had, but still, it's a good film. I'll say grab it while you can, for sure on that one. Alligator. Alligator is one of my favorite releases of the year, so I got to put this in must own now. This movie to me, like it's not Jaws level quality, but it's up there. Like it was far less B monster movie than I thought it was going to be. Like I thought it was going to be real silly, which it kind of is in some aspects. Just the idea of an alligator getting flushed down the toilet and coming back years later in the sewer. That idea is a little bit silly. That premise is a little bit silly. But Robert Forster brings a lot to this movie and grounds it quite a bit. He's kind of acting as our lead character from Jaws. I'm blanking on his name right now. I'm horrible with names sometimes. Roy, God, I can't remember his name. Again, this is live, so I can't go back and edit it. I can't look up his name right now. But anyway, he's kind of acting as I know Hooper's Richard Dreyfuss, but he's acting as one of those kind of grounded Jaws characters in this film. Again, it's just him, but also, the actress that he's with is really good. I just think it's a really solid movie. It's got some cool alligator kills in it. It's got some cool effects work for the time. Came out in 1980, and I thought the 4K transfer was freaking incredible. I love this 4K transfer. Screen Factory did a hell of a job on it. Special features are out of this world. Bryan Cranston gives a 30-minute interview in this, and it's honestly the best Screen Factory interview I've ever heard. And it's like 30 minutes long, and he talks about like his time on it because he was like a set assistant or something. He wasn't real big, but it was the first movie that he ever worked on. He's not in the movie, but he worked on it, so they brought him in. I thought that was a pretty cool choice or a pretty cool idea for them to think of that, to bring Bryan Cranston in. Like he's not in the movie, but for them to recognize like he was on set, so he might want to come in and talk about the movie. I thought was pretty cool, and he had a lot of nice things to say about Robert Forster, obviously, who's no longer with us. So just a really good movie. Really good movie. So let's get into I'm trying to think of what else came out in February. I don't know if I got any other Februaries that The Green Mile. The Green Mile is a great film. It's a masterpiece. 5 out of 5. The transfer is pretty good. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but it's a grab it while you can. I do think you need to add it in your collection. It's definitely a great film that must be owned, especially if you don't have the Blu-ray release. But it's a grab it while you can. I'm not saying you got to own this right away or anything. Um, but I think that's it for February that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of Mays here when I'm going through this list because there's a ton of stuff that came out in May. Let's get into March. American Werewolf in London is a really solid 4K. Here's the thing about this one. I'm gonna put it in and wait for the sale, not because I don't love the movie, not because I don't think that the 4K transfer is really good, but it's also they didn't do anything new with the packaging. I think that's a deal breaker for a lot of people that have this on Blu-ray already, and it's really not that much better than the Blu-ray as far as I'm concerned. It's really good. It's definitely an improvement, but that Blu-ray transfer that they did back in 2019 was actually pretty solid as well. So if you have that Blu-ray, I'll say wait for the sale on this one. You can get it at some point because you already have that case. I imagine if you brought it brand new, so you don't have to worry about getting the case for this. You can wait for the sale, get the 4K, maybe swap it out with your Blu-ray or whatnot. But again, it's good. It's worth owning. But I'll say wait for the sale on American Werewolf in London. Not necessarily a must own now. And as I'm looking at it, I don't have anything in pretty packaging or never buy yet. So a lot of really solid releases this year for sure. And The Godfather is absolutely a must own. This is a must own right now. Definitely buy this right now. This is pound for pound one of the best releases of this year. It's an incredible release. The first two Godfathers movies just blew me away. I'd only seen the first one, and I was honestly like a little bit lukewarm on that for the first time I watched it from memory. But like rewatching that one and the second one, I was just so taken by these movies. The third one is what it is. It's a good movie. I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's definitely not of the level of the first two. But the transfers, oh my God, are so good, so out of this world, like incredible. Just some of the best 4K restoration work that you'll ever see. So you have to own this Godfather collection. I don't care how many copies you have on Blu-ray or not. This collector's set is a must own, and you have to get it right now in your collection for sure. So I think that's all we had for March. So let's jump into April, and we got Scream 2022. Wait for the sale on this one. Like the Scream 2022 is a good movie, but I'm not going to say you got to pick it up right now. It's fine. Spider-Man No Way Home. I've got the Target edition right here, but that's only because that's the one I picked up. So I mean, pick up what you can. I doubt you're going to be able to get this edition. Just get the Spider-Man No Way Home 4K when you can. It's a good movie. It's definitely a really good Spider-Man movie. Transfer is really good. A lot of cool special features. I think there's a lot of extras on here. Actually, now that I think of it, like an hour's worth of extra bonus features. So I'd say grab it while you can. It's definitely a really good movie that you should add to your collection, especially if you're a Spider-Man and MCU fan. Singing in the Rain is a really, really fun movie. I enjoy the movie, not as much as I was hoping that I would, but I would say grab it when you can. It's definitely a classic film. Looks great in 4K and something that I think you need to have in your collection for sure. Let's talk about Moonfall. I'm going to put Moonfall in pretty packaging because this is a fire steelbook. The movie itself, I didn't hate. It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie at all. I don't know. I'm conflicted on this. It's a great transfer. It's a great transfer. For what I hear, the audio is spectacular. But I'm going to put this in pretty packaging because I need something to go in pretty packaging. And Moonfall, I think, is a good sacrificial lamb for this. And also another good sacrificial lamb might be lamb. I could put lamb down here. No, lamb's too good. Lamb's too good. But Moonfall, yeah, I'm gonna put it there. It's getting sacrificed here at pretty packaging. Okay, so is that all the Aprils? We got a lot of In the Heat of the Night. I would say grab it when you can. This is a really, really great transfer by Kino Lorber. They did a hell of a job. Maybe the best 4K transfer that I have seen Kino Lorber do yet. I haven't seen all of their 4K transfers. I've probably seen like 5 or 6 by now. This is probably the best. I thought this looked incredible, and the movie is incredible as well. Sidney Poitier gives such an incredible performance. I love him in this movie. But yeah, all the special features, again, this has a Criterion release, so they're all pretty much recycled from that release. But this also has another reason why I would put it here and not wait for the sale. This has 2 other movies on it. This is a 3 movie set, so absolutely worth your money for sure. But you don't have to have it right now. But definitely get it at some point. It's definitely worth it. And the cover on it's insane too. I love the packaging on it as well. Let's see. Is everything else May? We had a lot of stuff in May. May was a lot. I'm trying to go through real quick, and then we'll just go through all of this one by one. So A Fistful of Dollars. Oh God, I just talked about In the Heat of the Night being the best Kino transfer that I've seen. I lied because I completely forgot about Fistful of Dollars. Fistful of Dollars is a must own, and at the same in the same vein, I'll put for a few dollars more up here. These are must owns. Like these are great movies, especially if you're into spaghetti westerns. If you're into westerns, if you're not into those types of movies, I'll say try them out. Do you like films like the Django from Quentin Tarantino, The Hateful Eight? Do you like Tarantino and his style, what he brings to those movies? He basically ripped films like this off. A Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more. If you haven't seen these movies, they are must owns in the collection. These transfers are so good. They are up to Arrow Video's like Django quality. I always talked about that one last year when it came out from Arrow Video. Spectacular release, but I'm telling you right now, these are so good. They're so detailed and just vibrant and rich, and the level of depth in there, just the facial detail, like it's so good. Like it was night and day from the Blu-ray, because I watched the Blu-ray kinos recently as well, but just such great transfers. You have to have both of these in the collection, and also the good, the bad, the ugly as well. But we're not talking about that because that's an older release. But definitely must owns for both of those releases. The Craft. Let's talk about The Craft. A lot of people were, talking crap about The Craft. I don't think The Craft's transfer was really that bad. The transfer itself is actually great. The transfer is great, but people had problems with some frame rate issues, and like the opening, which I noticed a little bit of, or not frame rate, but it dropped down to VHS quality almost, which I kind of noticed, but also it felt a little bit more like between DVD and Blu-ray for me, as far as the quality of it. Did I say VHS? I meant DVD. But it felt more like between DVD and Blu-ray. Like it wasn't all the way like DVD quality, but you could definitely notice like a drop in quality. Throughout the film, people were pointing out like different scenes. I didn't notice all that. To be honest, I didn't care to go back through the movie and freeze frame it to find all of these spots in the film that they were saying were messed up. I don't think it's that bad. And what I'll also say is with The Craft, the original one that Screen Factory did was just a regular Blu-ray. Like it was not a 4K scan. The Blu-ray in this Craft set is a 4K scan, and you also have the 4K as well. So this is an automatic upgrade if you have that Screen Factory set, because you have the 4K scan on the Blu-ray, even if you're not watching it on 4K. But you also have that 4K disc as well that has the issues, but they're not that bad. They're not like so out there that I think that it's worth really complaining about or getting like a disc replacement. Like obviously if they do it, like I'll apply for it and probably get it, but it's not something that's like super noticeable or egregious or anything. But The Craft, while I'm putting it in wait for the sale, this thing's almost $30, and I just don't think it needs to be that high. So I would say, wait for the sale. The movie itself's okay. Like it's I remember watching it when I was a kid a lot. It didn't really hold up for me that well. So I'll put this in wait for the sale, because it'll inevitably probably drop down to like $20 at some point. So I'll say wait for the sale. Let's see. Escape from New York. This is a must own. This is a must own. The transfer is great, and I just love the movie so much. I thought it was freaking awesome. I had never seen it before. Kurt Russell's so great in this movie, but again, the transfer is fantastic. Great special features. Again, I know they were all present on previous Screen Factory releases, but this is a great release. Now, I'm not saying get the vinyl and all the pens and all that stuff with it and pay 60 to $70 like I did, but grab this on 4K. It's only like, I think $27, $28. I think it's absolutely worth it. And you need to buy it right now, because it is definitely one of the best releases of the year so far. The Alfred Hitchcock collector set, I would say grab it when you can. Grab it when you can. It's pretty good. All the movies I really liked. I really loved The Trouble with Harry. All the other ones I liked, but didn't love. I would say Marnie is the only one I was kind of like, this one's, okay, but I just wasn't really digging that one at all. But the transfers are all really great, and they're all classic Hitchcock films. So I would recommend having this in the collection. I think you can get it for like $53 right now. Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. I did love this movie. I love this movie. It's got some good special features in it. Leonard Maltin gives like an interview that's really good. Brand new special feature, and has all the special feature from previous releases as well. The packaging is really nice by Paramount Presents, but I'm going to put this and grab it while you can, because the transfer is very good. I'm not saying it's very good, but it didn't blow me away like I was hoping that it would. And this is still at about $35. It may have went down to 30, but that price point is pretty high. So I'll say grab this one when you can. I don't want to put this in wait for the sale, because that would indicate that this is not a great release. I think it is a great release. I just don't think it's a must own right now, but it's a great movie. Definitely add it to your collection. Jurassic Park on 4K, I'll put in wait for the sale. Obviously, it's an iconic movie. It's a fantastic movie, a great movie, but it's not one that, the transfer, to be honest, kind of highlights some aspects of the special effects that make it feel like it doesn't hold up as good as I remember. Like I've always talked up the special effects of Jurassic Park. I was like, they did this back in 1993. It looks so great now. When you watch it in 4K, it's like, does this look Does this look as great as I thought it did? I'm not so sure. So Jurassic Park, I'll put in wait for the sale. Obviously, it's a great movie. Malignant on 4K. I'll say grab it when you can. I watched this one. This is a great movie. I love this movie. It's one of my top three of 2021, to be honest. One of my favorite James Wan movies right now, probably behind The Conjuring. But really good 4K transfer. This movie looks every bit as awesome as I was hoping it would on 4K. I know we got that Blu-ray release, which I never watched, so I can't really compare the two. What I will say about this one is if you already bought the Blu-ray, you don't need this right now. You can probably wait for the sale, but I'll put it up and grab it when you can, because I don't think it's necessarily like a must known right now, but it's still really good. The Batman, I'll say, the Batman's a good, really never buy the Batman. Look, I like the Batman. The Batman's pretty cool. The transfer was really good as well. So I'll say grab the Batman while you can. It's a good solid release. Life Force, I'll also say, grab it when you can. I thought this was a really solid 4K release as well. Some good special features. I thought it actually looked really amazing in 4K, to be honest. So yeah, I'll say grab Life Force it when you can. I don't think it's too much or anything. Beverly Hills Cop 2, definitely wait for the sale on this one. I'm so disappointed by these Paramount releases that aren't including like the Blu-rays and stuff like that. And this has no special features at all. So there's nothing extra on here. It's just the 4K, and the 4K itself was honestly good, but not great in my opinion. And I'm not a huge fan of this movie. So I'll put this in wait for the sale. The Untouchables, I'll put in wait for the sale as well. It's a good movie. The transfer's good. It's not mind-blowing or anything, but I'll put the Untouchables and wait for the sale. Again, it's just the 4K disc, but there are actual special features on this 4K disc. So a lot of these I did standalone reviews for, so you can go check out if you want to see my full thoughts on Wild Things. I'll put in grab when you can. I think this is a really good, really great, actually, 4K transfer from Arrow Video. I mean, obviously, you would expect nothing less. They always do a great job with their 4K transfers. But yeah, Wild Things, really good movie, too. Really good movie, just outside of the basic, porn, lesbian, pull kiss stuff that you remember, threesome stuff that you remember watching when you were a kid, or at least I did. It's a good movie. It's a good like noir crime thriller that goes in some interesting directions, twists and turns along the way. A lot of really great special features here. I love the interview with Denise Richards. I just always think it's really cool when these like seemingly prim and proper like actresses come back to give these interviews. I love the Paris Hilton interview in House of Wax last year. So I always enjoy that. Christy Swanson came back to do an interview for Deadly Friend. I just think that's really cool when they do that. And the interview with, Denise Richards is actually really great. She had a lot of really, really interesting things to say about the movie and her experience with it. So now we come down to this, the last one. And this is one that probably my latest review that I put up, but the Drive 4K box set, or just 4K release from Second Sight, is a must own. This is a must own right now. This is the one you're probably going to have to sell a kidney for, though, because it is pretty expensive at about 70, 80 bucks right now. You can get the standalone 4K, I think, at a few websites for like 30 bucks. It's not available at Second Sight right now for some reason. It's taken off the website, but maybe they'll add it back in at some point, but it seems like it's sold out. But the box set is still available. But I recommend getting the entire package. This is an incredible set. I do have it right here. If you guys can see this, I'm going to put myself back up on the screen a little bit more. Hold on a second. But look at this set. Like, look at this thing. I've got unboxings. Again, I just did a review on it. I've got 2 videos on this thing. I think 3 videos at this point on my channel, because I had one talking about it when it was first announced. But the transfer is so good. Like it's like the cream of the crop of 4K transfer. It is definitely one of the best of this year. It looks so good. Like it's just so rich and vibrant, just has such depth and weight to it. And I love the transfer of this. The movie itself is a damn near masterpiece, a modern masterpiece, one of the best films of the entire 2010s. So this is a must own. Again, I know it's expensive. I know it's 70 or 80 bucks. Like I said, you got to give some blood, give a kidney, get this thing, because that is an absolute must own. So right now, guys, look, we didn't have anything in Never Buy. I didn't put anything in Never Buy because honestly, I just think it's been a really great year so far. There's just really nothing that I bought, that I watched, that I thought would fit in that never buy category, but but I made one anyway. Maybe I shouldn't have had that one. I should have created something else, but I can't redo this. I can't redo this. Come on. But look, let's rank these real quick. Moonfall right here, obviously, is dead last. You got Jurassic Park. You got the Craft Scream. The Scream I'll move down. Beverly Hills Cop I'll move down to the end. I'm trying to think if there's anything I would put underneath those. Halloween Kills I'll put right in between these two. Jurassic Park, The Craft, American Werewolf in London. I'll move the Untouchables back here. Last Night Soho, I'll probably got to move back before Scream as well. And Juice, I'll probably move right after Scream and right before Jurassic Park. And then you got the Hurt Locker, which is, definitely pretty packaging. All right, let's see. I think that's good. I think that's good right here. I'll move American Werewolf in London in front of Dead Heat because obviously it's a better movie and a better transfer, quite frankly. So right there, you got Moonfall dead last, and Beverly Hills Cop 2, Halloween Kills, Last Night Soho, Scream, Juice, Jurassic Park, Craft, Untouchables, Hurt Locker, Dead Heat, American Werewolf in London. Then we'll go up here, putting these in order. God, I'm trying to think of the cream of the crop of this. Probably Liberty Balance, because that was the one I was probably a little bit the most conflicted on. Hell or High Water, I'll maybe put right behind it. Wild Things is a great one. I might put that behind Hell or High Water. Let's see. Some Like It Hot's great. I'll put that behind Wild Things. Again, we're kind of just splitting hairs at this point. The Green Mile's great. I'll put that behind. Actually, I'll put that in front of the Wild Things and Some Like It Hot. Singing in the Rain, I'll put right behind Some Like It Hot. You got these steel books right here. They're all appropriately placed, I think, all together. Lamb, I'll put a little bit in front of Spider-Man. I really love that movie, so I'll put it in front of Lamb. Life Force, I think I probably put it in front of Lamb. I don't know. I'll put it behind Lamb. I think I enjoyed the Lamb movie more than Life Force, but again, very different types of movies. Hitchcock Collection's a great set. Obviously, I'll put that behind Life Force. And then, In the Heat of the Night, I got to move up In the Heat of the Night. I'm going to put up In the Heat of the Night before Some Like It Hot. The Batman's good placement, Malignant. So everything's good there. Now let's talk about the cream of the crop. This would be the top 7 releases. What do I think is the best? La La Land goes dead last because I only put it up there just because of the gorgeous artwork. So that goes dead last. That's number 7 of the year. Then it comes down to, I think for me, as far as the best of the year right now, guys, it really comes down to Drive and The Godfather. The Alligator, I think I'll have to move down below A Fistful of Dollars and for a few dollars more. But really, I got to give it to the Godfather trilogy. I think that is the best 4K release of the year. Right after that will be Drive. Then you got A Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more. Alligator, Escape from New York, and then La La Land. So right there, we'll run through again. We're going on, we're over 30 minutes right now, guys. We're over 30. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comment section below. Let's start at number 35. We'll go back through. So this is my top 35 4K releases of the year. Number 35 is Moonfall. 34 is Beverly Hills Cop 2. Halloween Kills is number 33. 32 is Last Night Soho. 31 is Scream 2022. 30 is Juice. 29 is Jurassic Park. The Craft is 28. The Untouchables is 27. Hurt Locker Steelbook is 26. Dead Heat is 25. American Werewolf in London 4K is 24. The Batman is 23 on 4K. Malignant is 22. Punisher Steelbook 21. Cabin in the Woods Steelbook 20. Requiem for a Dream 19. The Hitchcock Collection is 18. Life Force is 17. Lamb is 16. Spider-Man No Way Home is 15. Singing in the Rain is 14. Some Like It Hot 4K is 13. And The Heat of the Night is 12. Wild Things 11. Green Mile is 10. I'm happy to see Green Mile make it to the top 10. I think it deserves it. Hell or High Water is 9. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance is 8. And La La Land is 7. Escape from New York is 6. Alligators 5. For a few dollars more is 4. Fistful of Dollars is 3. Drive is 2. And The Godfather is 1. And I am happy with this list, guys. I am happy with this list. Let me know in the comment section below, though. I want to know, where do you disagree with me on any of my thoughts? What are some that I didn't check out this year that I should, that you think are must-owns, for your collection, for my collection? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like this video, turn on the bell notifications, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are in the description. And thank you all so much for watching this very long video. If you want me to do more videos like this, definitely let me know that as well in the comment section below. And everybody have a good day. I'll see you next time.